What is going on, guys? Who would you have Adesanya, DDP, and Poatan fight next? I'm going to give you my take on the subject. Now, I know that all these three guys are coming off of, huge wins and huge losses. DDP's looking really good. He's actually looking like a world champion, maybe a sloppy world champion, but he is a world champion. You got to give him his credit. Pereira is just a lifesaver for the UFC. I think this is the fourth event that he's going to main event and save, fighting Roundtree. And Adesanya, you got to give him his dues. He was a former world champion twice, a long-term champion, and even when he loses fights, it's not like he looks like trash. He actually looked pretty decent, right? His striking looked pretty sharp, in my opinion. Let's look at Israel first because he has the most options rather. Coming off a loss to DDP, he can move up to 205 or stick at 185. Now, if he sticks at 185, I like to see him fight Imavov. I think that's a fun matchup. Two strikers. Imavov is very, very crafty as far as his Muay Thai skills. He's not going to shoot too many takedowns. I don't think any at all. And I don't think Adesanya is shooting takedowns, so it's going to be a striker's delight. You look at 205, there's two other strikers that probably won't shoot any takedowns either against Adesanya. Maybe Yuri will, but I doubt it. Yuri Prohashka, 205 against Adesanya. That is spicy. You look at 205 again for Adesanya, and you got Jamal Hill. Now, Jamal Hill has all the excuses in the world, but the guy's a good fighter, and he's fun to watch. It's not a boring fight. He's going to come in there and slug it out. And I think against Adesanya, that would be a sick fight. I think Adesanya has options. He can move up and fight some contenders and possibly, get himself into contention, or he can get rid of a contender in Imavov who just beat Cannonier. Now, if he does beat Imavov, that sucks because, he's getting rid of some young talent. If he loses to him, you give Imavov, a title shot because he beat Cannonier, he beat Adesanya. He's definitely proven, definitely deserves a title shot. Let's move on to DDP. DDP is a little bit more straightforward. He has to fight Strickland next, in my personal opinion. That rematch, the fight was close. I had Strickland winning. Maybe you guys had DDP, but we can agree the fight was close, and it'll be entertaining nonetheless. Now, if he beats Strickland and Hamzat beats Robert Whittaker, then let's give Hamzat his first title shot against DDP. That would be a sick fight. Hamzat wouldn't be able to physically bully DDP, at least I don't think so. But I think Hamzat's a better technician when it comes to stand-up and the grappling. And it would be just a fun fight either way. I think someone's getting finished. And, I don't have a pick for that one, but I think that would be a great fight. As far as Alex Pereira, he's fighting Roundtree next. I know it doesn't make sense. Roundtree's number 8th ranked, and he is coming off a win against Anthony Smith. Even though it was impressive, it is Anthony Smith. And then he has a failed test, some PED, some substance, some performance-enhancing drug, positive test, and he got a 2-month suspension. Comes off his 2-month suspension. The UFC says, "Hey, listen, you were supposed to fight Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill's injured. How will you fight Alex Pereira for the title?" Now, I'm not here to take anybody's jobs away from them, but I think that's some silly matchmaking. Now, that being said, I think Khalil Roundtree and Alex Pereira is a fun fight. Both guys are going to strike. I don't think Khalil Roundtree is shooting any shots, and I think he's going to do a lot better than people actually are going to give him credit for. I think he's a live dog in this fight. I don't think it's one of those things that Alex just walks through him. Or maybe he does. It's Alex. He has that, crazy aura and magic with him. Now, if Alex gets past Roundtree and Ankalaev, who should be getting the title shot now, gets past Rakic, which I think he will, then that's the easy matchup. You got to go with Poatan versus Magomed Ankalaev. If Magomed Ankalaev somehow loses to Rakic, Alex gets past Roundtree, and DDP defends the title against Sean Strickland and moves up to 205, let's do DDP versus Alex Pereira, champion versus champion for the 205 belt. And DDP will be so jacked at 205, and Pereira will be after him. I think what Pereira's mindset is, anything Adesanya does or fails to do, he's going to do better. Adesanya moves up and loses to Blachowicz. Alex Pereira moves up and beats Blachowicz. DDP beat Adesanya, so what does Alex do? Challenges DDP. I get what Alex is doing. He's trying to one-up Adesanya, and at this point, he's not only one-upped them, he's 100-upped them, if there was such a phrase. But that's the matchups I would make, guys. Let me know in the comments what you would make. And does the Alex Pereira versus Khalil Roundtree matchup make any sense to anyone?